Good evening, everyone, and welcome to 2022. We are back with more SWE. A new year, same SWE. We're going to refresh the rankings a little bit. We are going to keep all the previous rankings as well. Just keep them separate so we can see how things go. And we are kicking things off this year with a match suggested by the big man Travis. We're going to kick the year off with a Elimination Chamber. Why not? A massive opportunity for a lot of ranking points. We've got Taiji Ishimori. We have got Jado. Yes, that is Jado. It's the only core of Jado on the entire Community Creations, and it looks just completely plain, doesn't it, really? We have got Evil. We have got Yujiro Takahashi. We've got Gedo, and we have got Kenta. So let's get straight into this match. As always, a point for each elimination. As we start off with Jado and Taiji Ishimori. Yeah, a point for each elimination plus an extra point for the winner. So 6 points up for grabs in the opening match of the year. Like I said, suggested by Travis. So thank you much for this one, Travis. So yeah, we've got a lot going on tonight. For the first, what we got, 6 episodes of the year, we're going to do Wrestlekindom. Just because I really wanted to take advantage of real world stuff going on and try and milk some extra views, to be honest with you. But so we're going to be utilising a lot more Japanese-based matches. So we've got some interesting ones lined up for you this evening, including a main event, a fatal 4-way elimination of Shinsuke Nakamura, Tetsuya Naito, Hirooki Goto, and Kenji Mutoh, suggested by Omega Project. And also we're going to be utilising a few women's tag team matches. Well, we didn't really utilise the women's tag division that well last year, so I really wanted to give more credence to that this year as well if we can. As in at number 3 is the Evil One himself, Evil. Now I believe they're not all, are they? I mean, I don't think Jado's New Japan, is he? I don't think Jado is Bullet Club, is he? I think everyone here is Bullet Club apart from Jado. Let me have a quick look. Unless I'm completely wrong, but I didn't think that Jado was Bullet Club, to be honest. Okay, no, I'm completely wrong, he is. In October 8th, 2018, at the King of Pro Wrestling, Jado defected from Chaos, aligning himself with Bullet Club's OG alongside Jay White and Gedo. Okay, yeah, so this is a Bullet Club Elimination Chamber. So all these guys are in the same stable together. However, I'm sure they're all going to want to try and push on as much as they can. I would imagine that Evil and Kenta are the two that possibly would be regarded as the upper part of this Bullet Club group at this point in time, in this match anyway. So I would imagine those guys would want to get themselves some points. They're going to be the ones who are going to want to fight for championships. Jado launching Evil to the outside. It's Takahashi now and Ishimori inside. This is going to be the problem with this now. I'm going to just sit here for the next few days just struggling with pronunciation. So I do apologise. I'm trying my best here. You know, I'm trying my best. So yeah, I'm a little bit confused. I thought there'd be a lot of Jado in. There was a few Gedos and they weren't too bad, but yeah, the Jado, there's only one available and he was obviously a little bit rough out there. But as the counter comes down again for number 5, it's going to be Kenta at number 5, which means Gedo will be number 6. I'm probably pronouncing those incorrectly as well, to be honest with you, as Ishimori now locks in a crossface on Yujiro Takahashi, who's able to break free. Debut for Takahashi here as well, by the way, and debut for Jado, and I think Gedo as well. I don't think any of those guys have wrestled so far in a universe mode, so it's good to see some debuts. Even though we're a year in, we're still getting new talent debuting here in SWE. Nice all running boot in the corner there, and this is an interesting match inside the ring now between Ishimori and Kenta. And Ishimori now dropping Kenta down with the reverse bloody Sunday as Takahashi trying to pin Jado. As we wait the entrance of number 6 in this match is going to be Gedo. Or Gedo or Gedo. Not quite sure how to pronounce it, to be honest. There we go. All 6 are in the ring now, though. Ishimori, lovely dragon suplex as Evil now working over Jado in the corner. Yeah, I mean, if I wanted to be selfish about this making more sense here, I would like to see Kenta and Evil get the most points here. That's what I think would look best in the rankings. As Evil now dives across the ring with the drop kick in the face of Jado. Kenta slamming Takahashi's back into the steel. Kenta just falls over. As there is the first elimination, Evil eliminating Jado. Right, so Evil, who was on 0 from last year, gets himself his first point, and is actually the first point of the entire year. So at the moment, Evil is top of the rankings for 2022. And Jado is eliminated. So he's now currently bottom of the rankings for this year. Of course, overall, that's nowhere near. But there we go. It is what it is. Oh, Evil's gone. Who eliminated Evil? Oh, for God's sake, I was too busy looking at the rankings. I didn't even notice someone eliminate Evil. Okay, I will fix this afterwards. I promise. I promise I will fix this afterwards. Evil is gone. No longer top of the rankings. As Kenta now trying to eliminate Takahashi. It's only a 2 count. Nice drop kick in the face there by Ishimori on Gedo. So, I mean, Kenta here, I would have to put him down as the favourite. He came in at number 5. He's probably the biggest talent in the ring at this point in time. As Ishimori now on the top with Gedo in with that standing Spanish fly from the top rope. Nice hurricane on the outside by Kenta on Gedo. Gets a stiff forearm right in the face as Ishimori looking to eliminate Gedo. Not quite. Right hand in the gut there by Kenta. And oh, lovely gutbuster inside the ring there by Ishimori. Kenta with a Falcon Arrow. There's the pin by Ishimori on Gedo. And there's the elimination by Ishimori on Gedo. So he gets a point. And Kenta gets a point. Okay. Oh my God, this is... I should have maybe written these down rather than doing them in the middle of the matches, shouldn't I, really? Takahashi and Kenta. Okay, it's an extra point for you, Kenta. Right, okay. So I still just need to write down who got the elimination on Evil. That's the one thing I'm missing then, isn't it? Nice gutbuster once again now by Ishimori, who's looking pretty good here, dropping into the pin. This could be a great match for Ishimori here, actually. It is indeed. He gets the win. Wow. Ishimori. There we go. So, as far as I'm aware, he's got 2 eliminations and the win. He might have a third for all I know, because I don't know who eliminated Evil, to be honest. I mean, I'm sure I can probably find out. We'll try and see if it shows it on here. No, this was Jado and Evil fighting. Of course, Evil eliminated Jado. So Evil still in the ring here. This is when he hit the coast to coast. Okay, we're not going to see it. Okay, but either way, that is a victory for Taiji Ishimori. At this point, +3, unless I've missed something, which is possible. So at this point in time, if I sort the rankings, Ishimori is top of 2022 with 3. And Hideo Itami, okay, well, it's just basically Ishimori then. Everyone else is on 0, unless, obviously, I found out who it was who got that elimination. So once I find out who got the Evil elimination, that's probably going to boost somebody up. It could even be Ishimori again. I'm not quite sure, to be honest. But I will leave it there for now. Let's move on to match number 2 of the evening. And here we go then. Here we are with match number 2 of the evening. We have got the Jungle Jacks, Bison Kimura there in the zebra print alongside Aja Kong. And they are going up against... in the white and black there, the left-hand lady in the right-hand team is Tomoko Watanabe. And alongside her on the far right is Kumiko Mikawa. As always, citation needed on those pronunciations, but I'm doing my best, you know. So I've just checked back on the recordings while this was loading up, and Ishimori did get the elimination as well on Evil, which means that Taiji Ishimori is on +4 for the year, which is insane. He ended last year on 0, and already he's at +4 this year, so he's had a fantastic beginning to 2022. And this is debuts, by the way, as well, for, I think 3 of these ladies have never wrestled in SWE before. The only one who has wrestled before is Aja Kong, so we've got a lot of debuts here, which is nice to see because there's a lot of the female roster who has never, ever wrestled before. This match was suggested by Omega Project. I know Omega has gone through the female rankings and the female tag team rankings to make a lot of suggestions, and we'll probably see a lot of his matches moving forward, just to try and utilize some of these people that have never had the opportunity to wrestle in our universe before. Right, so at the moment this is the team of UTOPS. Now we have 2 UTOPS tag teams in our rankings. We've got this one, it's just Tomoko Watanabe and Kumiko Mikawa. And we also have Karo Ito and Yumiko Hotta, who is another version of the UTOPS. However, this is the one we're using for this match, because this is the cores that I found first. I know all these cores are available. There's a fantastic core creator on Twitter. I can't remember his name. I'll have to try and dig it out. But he specializes in... is this AJPW, All Japan Pro Wrestling female cores? And he's made a lot. And it's been a great addition to our roster. Nice German suplex there on Aja Kong as Bison Kimura also gets absolutely flattened. And at the moment, the UTOPS are in firm control here of the Jungle Jacks. Which is a surprise. I want to see Aja Kong do well. I don't know what it is. I just quite like Aja Kong. I know she's quite a legendary female wrestler, actually, isn't she? So, I think all of these people are, to be honest with you. They're all the ones this guy has created are very high quality female competitors. The problem is, I don't think we've really been... It's a bit like Stardom now. I mean, Stardom's better now because there is, with the introduction of the internet and stuff like that, you can see this sort of stuff. I mean, I come from a different generation than probably a lot of you guys, but... I mean, when I was younger, you didn't watch wrestling online. It was all VHS tapes. I know I'm showing my age now. But I mean, the time when I found an ECW VHS tape in a shop, I was hooked. But it's not like I can just then go and find more of it. It was impossible. So a lot of these older Japanese wrestling just weren't anything that I even knew about until more recent. So, yeah, I mean, with Stardom now, you can watch it online, you can watch it on YouTube and that sort of stuff. So it does give it a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Exposure. Whereas these sort of older matches with the older females, well, not older females, but from a different generation of females, ones you didn't really see, unless WWE brought them over or another company brought them over, you didn't really see much of them back in the day, to be honest. It's the same with Japan as well. I mean, you look now, we all talk about the likes of Okada and Tanahashi and Naito and Ibushi and people like that, but you don't hear a ton about Kenta Kobashi or Misawa, and the UTOPS do get the win. And that's the same reason why, I believe, because they just weren't as well known, I suppose. Right, so the UTOPS get the win over the team of Jungle Jack. And there we go. The rankings are sorted there. 2022 rankings. We'll sort it by that for now, I suppose. And then into the female singles. This is where it's going to get a little bit more difficult because I've got to remember what names were now. It was... Well, I can do the losers. So Bison, Kimura... Oh, Bison Kimura is not even on... Oh, okay. I've not even put her on the singles rankings yet. Is that right? Apparently it is. I've not put them on the singles rankings yet. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I will update the rankings now. Bison Kimura and Aja Kong both moving down a point. And Tomoko Watanabe and Kumiko Mikawa moving up a point as well. Let's move on to our main event in the evening. And here we go then, time for our main event of the evening. Another one suggested by Omega Project. We've got a Fatal 4-Way elimination match. We've got Kenji Mutoh, Shinsuke Nakamura, Hirooki Goto, and Tetsuya Naito. Again, another great opportunity for some points to be gained. Of course, 4 up for grabs here tonight. 1 for each elimination, an extra 1 for the winner. And hopefully I can stay a bit more on top of this than I did on the Elimination Chamber. We're going to see a lot of these sort of elimination matches over the next couple of episodes, just because I really wanted to hit the ground running with our ranking system. I mean, we've got one in the main event in the next episode as well. We've got Shibata, Kenta, Okada, and Ibushi, just trying to share the love on these opportunities. Also in the next episode, we'll see Goto versus Tanahashi. What else we've got moving forward? Evil versus Nakamura versus Naito is another one. Finn Balor, Gallows and Anderson versus Omega and the Bucks. And a tag team match. We've got AJ Styles versus Jay White. Evil and Kenta versus Suzuki and Zack Sabre Jr. Marufuji versus Kumano. And Tenyu versus Giant Babu. We've got some great opportunities actually for a lot of people to showcase what they can do moving forward. And a lot of opportunities for me to absolutely butcher more pronunciations of simple names. It's coming, people. It's coming. Don't you worry. Kenji Mutoh, for those of you who don't know, is also the Great Muta. I think as time went on, he's sort of defaulted more to his actual personality rather than the Muta character, which doesn't really matter to us. We are going to use Muta and Kenji Mutoh as the same on the rankings because I think it's universally recognised that they are the same person. This is how we've done it in the past, by the way, if you're not 100% sure. The ranking system, you are considered a different person on the ranking system if there was never any suggestion that you were the same person. For example, I've never seen anybody talk about the fact that the Godfather and Papa Shango are the same person, even though they are. Therefore, Godfather and Papa Shango are different people on our ranking system. However, Mankind, Cactus Jack and Dude Love, the three faces of Foley, it was always known that they were the same person. It was always spoken about by the commentators they were the same person. Therefore, they are the same on the rankings. Does that make sense? So basically, it's more if the story accepted it was the same people. I mean, we know obviously, but if the commentators and that would accept that they're the same person, then yeah. It's like Diego Fernando and Los Matadors, and then the Epico and Primo, the Colons. We have them as separate because I don't think the commentators ever acknowledged they were the same people. So as far as we're concerned, we've got 2 jobbing tag teams rather than just 1. It's a bit harsh actually. I like the idea of Epico and Primo. The Los Matadors I'm quite happy to see get hammered, to be honest, but as Kenji Mutoh dropping Goto. Goto's the New Japan champ. Let's not say that now, actually, because I think it's Wrestlekindom first episode is tomorrow. So he might not be the champion after that. Who knows? As Goto and Mutoh working together there. That was short-lived though, wasn't it? Kenji Mutoh now with a boot in the gut of Goto. Shinsuke's back up on his feet, just staring down at Naito, who fights back on Mutoh. Now, not all of the... obviously, this is going to be a very themed version of 6 shows. Not all the shows this year will be themed. In some cases, we'll just use our own generic sort of pay-per-views, and we'll just basically use whatever matches we feel suits at the time. But in a lot of cases, we will try and match up our shows and matches with stuff that's happening in real life. For example, later on this month, now we're in January 2022, we will probably do a series of Rumbles at the end of the month. Not quite sure how or what we'll do with them. Maybe we'll do one that's based on real life with the people that are in the Rumble in real life. And then maybe we'll do some suggested by you guys maybe as well. Because I do enjoy a good Rumble. It's a great way to get some points on the system, isn't it, really? As Goto now gets taken down there by Kenji Mutoh. Now, of course, the ranking system this year as well, like I said, we have kept the 2021 rankings, and we are going to have the 2022 rankings as a separate, but we do also have an overall ranking. So we can sort of keep an eye on what's going on. We know who's the top of this year, we know who's the top of last year, and we know who's the top overall. So it'd be interesting to see how we use those rankings. I mean, is Taiji Ishimori now he's the top of the rankings of 2022? Does that make him a champion material? Or do we look more at the overall rankings of all time? I think as time goes on, I think we'll probably stick with the overalls for now. But I mean, as we get a bit further into 2022 and we can see who's in form, then maybe we will switch it around. But you guys can make those decisions. It's you guys who are suggesting the matches. I very rarely use any of my own unless I really want to. For the rest, I really want to do something. That's taken there by Goto on Nakamura. This could be the first elimination of the match. It is indeed. Goto eliminates Nakamura. Goto, who was a -1 last year, now moves himself up to +1 for this year, so 0 overall. And Shinsuke Nakamura, who's on... Shinsuke Nakamura only had 2 matches last year. Wow, that surprises me. That does surprise me how he got so little exposure last year, but he's now overall on -1 out of 3 matches and -1 out of 1 match this year. So we're down to 3 in this match now. Who's going to get the other 3 points available? As Kenji Mutoh sending Goto back into the ring, looking for the clubbing blow into the spine. And now Goto taking Mutoh up and takes him down hard. Doesn't get it. I thought he was going to get the second elimination there for a second, which would be huge for him. He gets absolutely flattened there by Kenji Mutoh, who heads up to the top. And now in with a big moonsault by Kenji Mutoh. Drops into the pin for the 1, the 2, and the 3. And Mutoh gets the elimination on Goto. So Goto loses that 1 point he just got. We didn't lose it, but he's negated it. And the great Mutoh, who's on -3. 3 matches, 3 losses so far. Wow, he's had a terrible time last year. I mean, if he can get the elimination here on Naito, then Mutoh, or Kenji Mutoh, will be looking a lot better. There's that big moonsault once again. There's the pin on Naito for the 1, the 2, and the 3. He has got it, Mutoh. There we go, the great Mutoh was on -3 from 3 matches last year, and now he's on 0 from 4 matches. So that is a massive turnaround for him. I mean, it's not that great, don't get me wrong, but he's leveled out his entirety. But he's actually got a +3 for this year, so it puts him second in the rankings now behind Ishimori. Naito with the elimination, he drops down to -1. So if we have a look at the 2022 rankings now, we're going to finish simply with Taiji Ishimori at top on +4. Kenji Mutoh, or the great Mutoh, in second with +3. And then down at the bottom, we have got Naito, Nakamura, Jado, Gedo, and Yujiro Takahashi, all on -1 for the year. And all actually on -1 overall as well, which is pretty interesting. So yeah, it's interesting. It's going to be an interesting year. This is just the beginning, of course. We've got many more shows to come. Tomorrow, then, we're back with another Wrestle Kingdom show. We've got Hirooki Goto going up against Tanahashi one-on-one. We've got Thunder Rock, Io Shirai and Mayu Iwatani going up against Utami and Momo of Queen's Quest. And then our main event will be Shibata, Kenta, Okada, and Ibushi in a fatal 4-way elimination match. So I will look forward to seeing you all there. Good night, God bless, Auf Wiedersehen, or whatever that is in Japanese. Random Japanese goodbye. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.